If we can support other provinces, if we have that capacity, then we would.
The interim premier of Manitoba says if neighboring provinces getting hit hard by the fourth wave of COVID-19 find their hospitals pushed over capacity, Manitoba would want to offer assistance if it's possible to do so. Manitoba Premier Kelvin Gertsen says Alberta Premier Jason Kenney and Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe have not directly reached out for help. However, when Manitoba needed to send patients out of province for care, the request for help was met, and Gertsen hopes if Manitoba was in a position to return the assistance, it would.
Of course, we benefited by support from Saskatchewan and Alberta and particularly Ontario during the third wave, and if we had the ability to offer support, I think that we'd want to.
On Wednesday, Alberta declared a state of public health emergency, and Jason Kenney apologized for his government's handling of the pandemic. On Thursday, Scott Moe announced by social media the fourth wave is putting significant capacity pressure on their healthcare system. Darlene Jackson, president of the Manitoba Nurses Union, says she is grateful for the help Manitobans received during the third wave, but she is seriously concerned Manitoba isn't in a position to help if the request for aid comes.
Which is a shame, because it was great that the other provinces managed to support us, and it's so appreciated. But I think the fact that we had to move patients out of province is a very good indicator that Manitoba is undoubtedly in a critical nursing shortage, and may be in a shortage that is bigger than the rest of the provinces.
Jackson says right now there are over 2,200 vacant nursing positions in Manitoba that need to be filled. Meanwhile, nurses who are showing up for work are exhausted and dealing with what she calls moral injury, which is when nurses want to provide better care than is possible due to staff shortages and lacking capacity in hospital.
The Alberta government should seriously consider calling in the military.
Nahani Fontaine of the Manitoba NDP wishes Manitoba was in a better place to help our neighbors. However, for months, she has been raising the concern that Manitoba is in a crisis in respect to a nursing shortage. And in the same way Manitoba called in the military for support in the battle against COVID-19, it might be time for Alberta to do the same, she says.
The public should understand that they have nurses, they have doctors that can go into and can be deployed and to help with whatever they need in a particular hospital or personal care home.
As for Jackson, she says even with Manitoba's COVID-19 case counts comparatively low at this time, if we don't deal with our nursing shortage soon, Manitobans entering hospitals could find their quality of care being impacted.
It's clear that we are in dire straits and that we absolutely need to deal with our nursing shortage.
In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.